Brief on One TV. I am Sophia Abraham. A governorship aspirant under the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State, Bernard Miko, had gone to court seeking to nullify governorship candidature of Patrick Tonyako. In the suit, Tonyako, the APC, and Independent National Electoral Commission are respondents. Miko, in an originating summons brought before a federal high court sitting in Port Harcourt, is asking the court to determine whether, in regulations by INEC in conduct of party primaries, the APC is mandated to conduct its primaries in face of alleged illegalities pertaining to the conduct of APC primaries. Miko is also seeking the courts to determine whether Tonyako is qualified to contest for the governorship position despite the alleged report of fraud contained in a white paper released by Justice George Omeriji-led panel of inquiries set up by Governor Nyesom Wike. He therefore asked the court for an order nullifying and setting aside the primaries of APC in Rivers State, and to mandate INEC to conduct democratic fresh primaries for the party. In the court process, no date has been fixed for the hearing at the Federal High Court, as the deadline for political parties to submit the names of presidential candidates and their running mates, as directed by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), draws close. The presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has submitted the name of Kabir Ibrahim Masari. It was, however, gathered that the name of Masari, who hails from the home state of President Muhammadu Buhari, would later be changed after the party's stakeholder must have agreed on the suitable vice president candidate for the 2023 election. The move is to ensure that the APC meets INEC's statutory requirements, as consultation is still ongoing, according to inside sources. The source said Tinubu will today meet President Muhammadu Buhari as consultation continues on the issue of his running mate. Recall that there have been rather strong opposition against the issue of Muslim ticket being moved by the ruling party. The Independent National Electoral Commission Resident Electoral Commissioner in Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Mike Ingini, has warned politicians and political parties to be conscious of the provision of the 2022 Electoral Act, especially in respect of the issue of substitution of candidates. Ingini advised the politicians to be wary, as substitution of candidates was not permitted under the 2022 Electoral Act as amended. Speaking during a radio program in Uyo on Tuesday, he stressed that the only way one can be substituted according to the law is by withdrawal or that of the flag bearer. Speaking on the rumored emergence of former Minister of Niger Delta, Senator Godswill Akpabio, as the APC senatorial candidate for Akwa Ibom Northwest, Ikore Ekpeni Senatorial District, Ingini said such move was nothing but a Nollywood fantasy. The campaign organization of the All Progressive Congress (APC) presidential candidate Bola Tinubu has declared that the People's Democratic Party (PDP) is afraid of a Muslim 2023 ticket. In a Facebook post Wednesday night, Bayo Onunuga, Tinubu campaign spokesperson, accused the PDP of propaganda and scaremongering campaign. The veteran journalist said nearly 3 weeks after the PDP breached the power rotation principle, which ought to return power to the South, the PDP deters over the choice of a running mate for its candidate Atiku Abubakar. In his words, only PDP can be mortally afraid of a Muslim ticket, as it is mostly likely to disrupt its 2023 election permutation the way it upsets its ancestral party, the National Republican Convention in 1993, when MKO Abiola and Baba Gana King Gimbin won handily. Onanuga said the fear of APC and its candidate has been fueling national antagonism against a matter beyond the purview of the 1999 Constitution. What would have been another air disaster in Nigeria was averted on Wednesday when a four-member flight crew of Overland Airway made a successful landing of a distressed aircraft on the runway 18R of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, after the plane engine caught fire mid-air. The ATR-42 aircraft, which held 37 passengers on board, was flying from Ilorin to Lagos when the plane suddenly developed a major fault, and the pilots sent out a mayday call to the Lagos Control Tower. Mayday is an emergency procedure word used internationally as a distress signal in voice procedure radio communication. The Lagos Airport Control Tower consequently puts the airport emergency response team, including the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria's Fire Service Department, on notice following the mayday. The pilot finally landed the faulty plane safely on the international airport's runway amid a fully prepared airport emergency response team. Overseas maintenance of commercial airplanes operating in the country currently costs Nigeria at least 2.5 billion, about 1.52 trillion in capital flights annually. The mandate maintenance program, ranging from minor to complex checks per session on an aircraft, cost about 2 million, that is 1.2 billion, and a cumulative burden on the industry in particular. Besides the misfortunes of the weak naira to dollar exchange rate, perennial lack of high capacity maintenance, repair, and overhaul MRO facilities since the 1960s has been the undoing of the country through the current administration promised to have one in place as part of the Aviation Roadmap Initiative of 2016. The plan is yet to become a reality. Speaking in Abuja on Tuesday at the maiden edition of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria (FAN) National Aviation Conference (FNAC), the managing director of FAN, Captain Rabiu Yadudu, said such capital flight would have been avoided if the country had MRO facilities that could adequately cater for all types of commercial airplanes. Yadudu noted that to carry out C checks on Boeing 737 aircraft or its equivalent airlines extends at least 1.8 million. The C checks is carried out on aircraft every 15 months. And that will be all for now.